We're coming off a tough loss against A&M, a really good football team where we played well and just couldn't quite pull it off. Our players are doing a really good job of with their attitude and working hard. We had a nice practice last night. Obviously, we've got a huge challenge offensively against Auburn's defense, and we've got to be able to stop their run game. So it'll be a good game.
First up, we have Mike Griffith with the AJC.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know if there's such a thing as a veteran interim coach, but you're a couple of games in, and we've seen Arkansas quite competitive, come out firing. When you take a role like that, and obviously now Florida's in this situation, how difficult is it to get that culture rolling and to get that confidence reinstilled where you guys are able to play these incredibly competitive games this quickly?
Well, what we tried to do was just make it about the players and, them understand that things changed, but it's still their responsibility to put their resume on video. And, we got a number of seniors on the team that want to play in the NFL. We got guys that will possibly transfer and guys that will stay here. And the thing that benefits them the most is to get better from now to the end of the year and to show it on video. And we've got really good leadership within the team, guys that care tremendously. And I'm very proud of how they've come out and competed.
In terms of an operations standpoint, is it trying to keep everything as close to the same? And how do you pick your spots as far as what you change up?
Well, defensively, we've had to change some things up, and trying to keep terminology and things they recognize. But certainly it's we're doing some different things than we had previously.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
You bet, Mike.
Next will be Andrew Hutchison of the Best of Arkansas Sports.
Hey, Coach, I'm curious if Danny Siley and David Oki have been able to do anything at practice, or if you're encouraged by their potential status for this weekend.
Yeah, I feel like Danny's going to be good to go. Knock on wood. He's should be in a situation where he can come out and play and help us. We're looking for that. Oki will not be available.
And you mentioned on Monday that you've had now a couple of Sunday night scrimmages with the younger guys or guys that aren't playing a whole lot. Has anybody stood out that has earned their way up the depth chart a little bit?
I don't know about up the depth chart, but it's so encouraging to see them execute our offense and execute our defense, and some young guys that are going to be tremendous players. It's been really good for KJ Jackson and Trevor, our number 2 and number 3 quarterbacks, to get the reps in our offense and get that experience. And I think they really like it. They get to feel like they get extra work.
Next, we'll go to David Eckert of the Austin American-Statesman.
Hey, Bobby, appreciate the time. I don't know what your internal numbers say, but I think some Pro Football Focus had Talon being pressured on nearly half his dropbacks last week, and obviously still really able to produce big numbers. I'm curious what about him kind of makes that possible.
Well, I think he's doing it, besides being pressured, I think he's doing a nice job of getting the ball out on time, and that takes off some of the pressure, and he did a good job executing our quick game and things that helped there. Then his ability to move and make plays, not only just running the ball with his legs, but moving in the pocket or out of the pocket and finding an open receiver to throw it to.
Good, Bobby. Thanks.
You bet.
Next will be Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Bobby, I'm wondering how challenging it's been to try to find answers to be more productive on defense. And obviously you're spending more time there, but do you find yourself trying to look for those answers along with Chris?
Yeah. We obviously working together on it and seeing what we can do. And what you don't want to do is give a whole bunch of new stuff and then not be able to go out and execute and leave people open. So we've been really figuring out how to limit the guys wide open, how to make sure we limit explosive plays, how to get more pressure on the quarterback. That's something that we must do, is get more pressure on the quarterback and put a bigger clock on him.
And then your offense is on pace to be actually more total yards per game than your 2010 offense here. And I'm wondering how integral the O-line has been in the success that you've enjoyed on offense this year.
Yeah, definitely the O-line had a lot to do with it. You know, our ability to run block and our knowledge of the game, and you know, our center I keep talking about is doing an unbelievable job of running the show out there, both in the run game and the pass game. And we've got explosive players. You know, we've got speed in the backfield with our running back and our quarterback. And at tight ends, we've got speed, and Omega Blake's got a lot of speed. Sharp's a guy that can make big plays for us. So just the ability to create explosive plays.
Next, we'll go to Trey Biddy of Hog Sports.
Morning, Coach. Hey, we saw KJ just a little bit on Saturday when Taylor had to come out. I was wondering what you thought about his progress, not just in the offseason, but as this season has progressed. And do you think that he's a guy that could, you know, be on that track to be a future starter?
Yeah, I think for sure he's on the track to be a future starter. He's a very, very intelligent young man, really knows the game of football, and, you know, helps throughout the week a lot with communicating and helping Taylor. And he's into every single play. You know, he's a big man, and you're never going to know how good he's going to be until you have to tackle him, because he can really run. He's fast, he's strong, and he's really working hard on his accuracy. Once he gets, you know, down where he's accurate all the time, he's going to be a tremendous player.
I can remember when you were here before and we'd see you on the big screen or on TV, and you were campaigning for facilities upgrades and stuff, and basically asking for donations and stuff. And since you were here last, you've had the North End Zone expansion, the Fred W. Smith Center, the new practice fields, the Jerry Gene Jones Athlete Success Center. I was curious what your thoughts are on where Arkansas has come in that short amount of time from a facility standpoint. And is there anything missing right now in terms of putting Arkansas in position to be successful in that regard?
Well, I've been really excited about the facilities and what they've done with the stadium and our facility. And as far as anything else, honestly, I haven't paid. I don't have the time right now to worry about that. I'm just trying to worry about getting ready for Saturday.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Trey.
Next is Matt Byrne of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Yeah, good morning, Bobby. Auburn said that they're sharing quarterback snaps this week, and they'll go find a spark if they must. So with that, just kind of curious how much of film you've allocated to each quarterback.
Well, we're going to, you know, spend most of the time or the majority of the time, I guess you would say, on their starter, you know, the guy that's been playing for him and their schemes and what they do with him. And obviously we've went back and look at who's sharing reps with them and have to have an idea of, you know, his ability, what his strengths are, what his inexperience is, and have a plan for both.
Thank you.
Coach will finish you up with, actually, that's going to finish you up. So, Coach, thank you.
Okay, thanks.